The spirit of linebacker Sam Mills lives on in 2 words. And the sounding of the drum reminds every Panther to keep pounding as they get ready for a fight here at Charlotte's Bank of America Stadium. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday night primetime showdown between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Carolina Panthers.
Please welcome your 2026.
Leading the Steelers in this one, longtime head coach Mike Tomlin. They've been playing some of their best football, winning 8 of their last 10 games. On the other sideline, head coach of the Panthers, Dave Canales. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins.
Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
Glad to have you all with us. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt on the call. It is Ryan Fitzgerald with the honors. And as this rain continues to fall, we're off in Charlotte. This makes it up to the 25. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And they'll be led out by this dual-threat quarterback.
Okay, you know he's happy about that win last week, but less happy about his performance. He went into the lab this week, there's no question about it, and studied those mistakes, those 2 interceptions, because he knows that's not sustainable for winning. And I love a line from Mike McDonald. He talks about the quarterback being the voice of poise. That means flushing those mistakes from a week ago and being poised to go attack today.
Finds the in route complete. And he's brought down after a short game.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
They're going play action. That's complete. Dialing up McMillan again. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
They're running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Warren once more. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
3rd down from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther. Offense executing early. New set of downs at the 38-yard line. Warren running between the tackles. It's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
On 2nd down, Warren shoves him off. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A gain of 15 there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Steelers first down. A gain of 15. First down.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? He can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. This one's caught. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now. We have an injured player down there. Looks like it's a member of the Panthers in some discomfort. Drive has kind of seemed destined for the end zone, partner. First of a few chances now to reach it.
Bronco switch.
Warren.
Bronco switch.
And He won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be second and goal. Now it's second and goal from the 1. Back to Warren. And this time he gets in for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers finish up an excellent opening series. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Panthers nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, here comes Xavier Leggett. And the decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So now out comes the Panther offense for its initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Down.
On second down, it's Hubbard. He's going to snag a couple of yards, charging up the gut. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. Steelers in the dime for this third down. Here he goes, third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
Ready.
They're going for it, Young. Don't try and force it into the slant. It's intercepted. And the Steelers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Give it away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
4-yard line. First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They run with Warren. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. We'll go with a design keeper. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Steelers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get us 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it too, because it really gives you an extra hat, right, an extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Trevor Etienne to return this. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hubbard again. Through the second level at the 40. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he's finally stopped right at the start of that red zone, down at the 20. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first. The Steelers calling their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Hut.
Out of the gun, Young. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as the QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Making the call himself. He's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Ready, set.
Hubbard runs in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers make it a 1-score game. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. This is Ryan Fitzgerald on to try the extra point. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Panthers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Panthers 7. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35.
Their own 35-yard line.
Alert.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll start the ground here with Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. It's a 14-7 game. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. 2nd quarter all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
60 Bison.
3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. And that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end. Well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Hubbard gets it to start the drive. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Chased out to his right. Ooh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's tackled for a short gain. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Here's the backup. First throw. Upright. Leggett makes the grab. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's fourth down now.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Panthers first down. First and 10
Let's
at
go
the
now.
33-yard line.
Back to the ground they go. Hubbard. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Set, hut. Hut.
They run again with Hubbard. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
The stop made by Miles
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4.
Down. Hut.
Young working from the gun. Into the hands of Leggett. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Set, go.
Up the middle, Hubbard. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result. It's 2nd down.
That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. That's not the way you want to go. Wrong way there. The push sends him backwards to the 6. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Final throw before the break. Buying some time right. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. So a one-possession game. Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through. To the start of the 3rd quarter. Now Boswell on to send this away. On the return, this is Etienne. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. 2nd among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Starting this 3rd quarter, it's Hubbard. That played good for, looks like about 6. 2nd down upcoming. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Looking to throw. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing now out of the shotgun. This finds Austin complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
No pitch play to Warren. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. About set. This is 3rd and 5.
No gain on the play.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. Ready.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. He's got his man. This is Austin. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
A gain of 7. And a Steeler first down.
They'll hand it off to Warren. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Hits him on the out route. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Boswell able to knock it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
On the return, this is Etienne. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Dave Canales getting his Panthers out there for their next drive. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a 1-score game here. Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
And on 2nd down, it's Hubbard again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. And 3rd and short.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. And he's certainly given us a performance worthy of these primetime lights. This is now a 100-yard game that he's put together. Well, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
This time it's a passing play. Steelers bringing pressure. No place to go. Down he goes. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on 3rd down. Now Dalton. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Panthers who have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. Fourth and forever coming up. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Trying an inside give to Warren. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Warren. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up. And you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Motion man sent left.
19-18.
Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that pushes the lead up to 13. Now Boswell on to send this away.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
The Carolina offense headed out now. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Carolina offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Hands up! Hands up!
Here's Hubbard on the give. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5.
Hands up! Hands up!
Hubbard trying this up the gut. Pop behind the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Lady!
Throw here, 3rd down. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And that's really one of the only things this offense couldn't afford to see happen, Brock. It's 4th and long. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Desperation time here on 4th. Trying for the deep ball. Oh, it's an interception. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And the Steelers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Okay, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win. You feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, and interceptions follow.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Now we'll get a stoppage for an injured player as they head out to check on, looks like an injured Panther.
Let's go now. Hey, hey.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. Nothing doing on the draw, Brock. That's going to send him backwards ahead of 3rd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Hits him on the in route. Still has some space inside the 35. Gets it to the 15. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers have likely locked up the win right there. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown.
The Steelers.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And that one's caught. Add a couple more on to this massive, some might say insurmountable lead here in the 4th.
Panthers 7.
Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for two.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic from a two-point conversion.
Carolina about set to go once again offensively. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Panthers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Here's Dalton to throw. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And they're going to be set up with a first down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
And the Panthers first down.
To throw, here's Dalton. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Dalton.
48-yard line.
And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Throwing here, Dalton. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Panthers first down.
Still sticking with the passing game. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. They knock away another one. 3 straight passes, Brock failing to connect. That brings us to 4th down. They're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Here's a give inside to Gainwell. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. They stick with Gainwell. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A loss of a yard.
Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
Ready?
He's dropping back to throw. And the Panthers are just too much here. They're going to take him down. Now the Panthers decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. The Steelers set to punt it. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Panther offense headed out to the field. And this a final opportunity to make things a little closer in that final score. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Dalton now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So 2nd down coming up. Dalton. Pressure gets to him, and he goes down. That's a sack. We do have a marker down. And where it's at on the field partner. That sure looks like it's in the neighborhood of holding. Well, that play went for negative yards anyway, so no need for them to accept that penalty. Third down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Trying to push deep downfield. The defender was waiting for that one to make a play on it, knocked it away, forcing 4th down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Hands are tied. Got to have it on this 4th down. They'll throw for it. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Design quarterback run here. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And they continue playing their best ball of the season over this recent stretch.